Hey everybody, this is Emehe and welcome to a brand new episode of City Skylines 2. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to massively improve your traffic inside of your city. Jumping right into it at number 5 is kind of a weird one. It only works if you want to use mods, because there are a couple mods that really help traffic. Don't mind that. And one of them is this mod right here, this traffic lights enhancement. What it allows you to do is it allows you to, let me pause, it allows you to select a junction like this, and you can change it from default, vanilla, split phasing, and advanced split phasing, all of these, which is pretty cool. But an even deeper one that's kind of like that same level is this one, the lane connector, this one, whatever, I don't know what it's called. But it allows you to lane connectors tool, click on a thing, click on an intersection, and then it allows you to actually change each individual thing. So if I remove them all, nobody can go anywhere. This intersection is completely inoperable, but then I can take this one and I can say they can go this way and that's it, and then this one can go this way and that way. This one can go this way and this way. This one can go this way. This one can go this way and this way. And then this one can go this way. This one can go this way and this way. So that's going to be much more efficient than the previous way that the game had originally set it up, which is going to help traffic a lot. Another mod is the custom road builder tool, which I don't actually know how to access it. I don't think it's currently working, but I used it in an old world of mine and it helped a lot. Pretty much, I'll just give you a sum up of what it does. All it really does is allow you to change your roads. So instead of only having access to these kind of roads, the basic ones, you can specifically make a road with however many lanes, bus lanes, one way, two way, you can make your own road, which is beautiful. It's super helpful. But those are the mods that are helpful, specifically the lane connectors tool. That's the big one, because it allows you to fix all the stupid shit that the game normally does inside of intersections. But going on to number 4, which is kind of a weird one, and what it is in your game you're gonna want to create these little, not necessarily districts, kind of. So you've got this city, and then over here maybe there'll be another city, and then over here maybe another one. They're all going to be one big city, but they're all going to be their own district. That's the right word, district. And inside of each district, this is what you need to make sure you do. You need to make sure each district has its own individual medical buildings, trash buildings if you can, schools, fire stations, police stations, and public transportation. What this does is this cuts down the traffic on your big roads, these roads, by a lot, which is where a lot of your traffic is going to be. Because if you didn't do that and you had a bunch of schools and stuff here and then none in the place over here, that would make it so that all the civilians inside of the city that's over here hypothetically have to come all the way over here, down here, and into here to get to the schools. So you need to make sure that you're making individual districts and making each district its own little city, if that makes sense. On to number 3 though, which is proper zoning. So when you're creating a city, there's something that you need to do. You need to go to when you're building a large road, right? You need to make sure that you have zoning turned off, right? You don't want it to zone for large. Why did that not work? Okay, now it's working. What? Well, that's buggy. I'm pretty sure. Here we go. So you're gonna need a mod for that as well, apparently. This mod actually makes it work. Maybe. Hold on. Wow, why is this not? This is weird. Why is this a bug that's in the game? Why is this a thing? Half of these are zoning. Okay, you're gonna need a mod to make it so that you can get rid of the zoning. I used to have one. This used to work beautifully, but it's not anymore. See, this is working, but then if I deselect it, it's not working. I can't even select this road. What the fuck? This is so weird. Anyway, more or less, moving on, you don't want zoning on any of your roads except for, and I'll explain this in more detail later, the only roads, you can notice this here, the only roads that I have zoning on are these small 2-lane roads, right, or 3-lane one-ways, but these small roads. I don't, or at least I used to, not have zoning on these big roads, or even these 4-lane roads going down here. I only had them on the small 2-lane roads. That's what you want to do. That's the best way to do it. That makes it so that in order to get to a place, they have to go off this road, then onto here. That is the best way to do traffic. I don't know why it works. It doesn't really make sense, but it works. On to number 2, our second tip, which is highway intersections. Now, this one I don't really know a lot about, so cut me some slack. It's really important that you know which intersections to put where, if that makes sense. So you're not just going to want to go into here and slap down any of the intersections that you find just wherever you need them. You've got, as you can see, I have a bunch of custom intersections that I found on Steam. None of these that work. They're all underground, which is weird. Why are they underground? Oh, this one's not. See, but intersections like this are really good, and the in-game intersections are not. You really don't want to use those if you can help it. But you need to know where to put certain intersections and where they go. So, for example, this is a very beautiful intersection, actually. I've just noticed this. This is, like, awesome looking. But as you can see, in this part of the city, I have two intersections. So I have this one right here, which is kind of wonky, but this is one that takes oncoming traffic and can fluently, like very quickly and properly, I guess, move traffic from this side of the highway over to here. That's its main job, with obviously options to get people onto there, but they're a little like slow, especially here in the middle. I don't really know why. I need to fix that. Anyway, but this highway over here, its main job is getting people onto this road. That's why there's so much traffic on this big road. So you need to make sure that you have certain kinds of intersections and you have the proper ones. I kind of just slap down whatever intersection look good. A good rule of thumb is just place down a lot of intersections. So for each district that you have at least 2. Maybe even 3, and make sure one of them is an intersection that leads into 2 cities. That's what I like to do. Like this one is an intersection specifically for this district. This one is an intersection that leads into this district, but can also lead into the district over here, if that makes sense, which is very nice. That's just, I don't really know if that helps or hurts traffic. That's just what I like to do. I should also stop parking from happening. But anyway, and also you're kind of always going to have traffic, especially when you get into compact big cities like this. No matter what you do, you're gonna have traffic. Literally, no matter what. This game is just kind of, you have to have traffic. It's kind of impossible to stop. These are just tips to help you make it a little better. You know what I mean? But on to our number 1 tip. Now, this is the big one. This is a tip about something that if you don't know this, you need to know this because it's very important. It's called road hierarchy. I believe that's what it's called. So there are 4 different kinds of roads. There are highways, arterial roads, collector roads, and local roads. Now, let me explain each of those. So this is a highway. This is the main way that people will go from outside of your city into your city. Holy, the traffic is insane. Anyway, this is the main way that people get into your city, through the highways. But the thing is you don't want a highway, even if it has an intersection, you don't want a highway to be directly connected to a 2-lane road. That doesn't make any sense, because then you're gonna have all the traffic from the highway dumped into 2 lanes. That's gonna create so much traffic, it's actually insane. So what you need to do is you need to only connect your highways to arterial roads. Now, what is an arterial road? An arterial road is these ones, large roads. Namely 7-lane one-ways, 6-lane roads, 8-lane divideds, right? The big roads, the big roads that do all the things. As you can see in my world, or my game, I'm using these 8-lane divided roads. So as you can see, going off of the highway, I have an 8-lane divided road. Now, I don't have hierarchy properly set up here. This is a very old world. All my other worlds got deleted because I uninstalled the game, whatever. This is just an old one that I found. But the thing is these 8-lane roads are the main, like, things that traffic will be on. They'll be the ones to get off the highway into your city. But when you place down these, right, the way that you want to place them down is kind of like, do you see the way that I have these here? It's kind of hard to see, but I just have a line here, and then it connects here. So it's just a big loop. That's it. You don't need more than that. You don't need to place a lot of these, just like one big long stretch, if that makes sense. And then inside of here, you want to break it up. Let me show you what I mean by building another city. Let me just go into a creative world. So starting off in road hierarchy, if you remember, we need a intersection. All right, so from this road, right, coming off of the highway, you're going to want your 8-lane road, just like this. And you're going to want to actually have it connected, obviously, like that. But then for your 8-lane road, and I'm doing this very sloppily, you're going to want to do something like, what I like to do is I like to just rough it out like this. Again, you're normally going to want the things turned off, but, oh look, wait, the road builder. Here it is. See, okay, wait, real quick. You can build your own roads. You can add see, you can add in a traffic. You can add in like a whole bunch of things. You can edit everything about it. It's a super beautiful mod. Anyway, so what I like to do is I like to build rough shape normally without the districting, but I don't have that, so I'll just build like a simple little square, and then I'll just connect it to that. Normally you're going to want to do another intersection, but I'm not going to. So we've got a simple square. Then I might, again, I'm doing this very sloppy, then I might round out the corners just like this. And then what you do, you connect your collector roads to your arterial roads. Now your collector roads are your medium roads. So we're gonna go with if this is an 8-lane, we'll go 6. This isn't technically a collector road, this would still be an arterial road, but what you'll do is you will divide it up once again. So you'll go like, nope, straight please. You'll go like this, and then maybe you'll connect it over here, and then maybe also here, and then here, right? Something like that. Just simple connected, just like that. From those roads, you're gonna take your 4-lane roads, and an important thing to know is you never let a collector road touch a highway, and you never let a local road touch an arterial road. So 6 lanes only touch highways, or 8 lanes only touch highways and 6 lanes. 6 lanes only touch 8 lanes and 4 lanes. 4 lanes only touch 6 lanes and 2 lanes, and 2 lanes only touch 4 ways and maybe alleys if you want to use alleys. So from our 6 lanes, we're going to divide up once again with these, and we're going to go a little bit more. So I'll go like this, then like this, like this. That looks kind of cool. And then we'll go from here, then maybe we'll go down this, then like that, then to there, like that. That looks so bad, but that's the rough idea. So all of these 4 lanes, right, I only have touching the 6 lanes, if that makes sense. And then with your 2-lane roads, this is the only ones that you want to have zoning in a perfect world. But these are the ones that you go through and you fill in all the empty spaces. Again, only connecting your 2 lanes to your 4 lanes. Don't let your 2 lanes touch any of your 6 lanes or your 8 lanes. You need to make sure you do that. So these are 6 lanes, these are 4 lanes, so I'm still good. So I'll go here, and I'll stop, and maybe I'll place like a little roundabout. Cul-de-sac, there we go. Again, this is just very sloppy. Normally you're gonna wanna take your time on this. See, just like that. So this is how you wanna have your city broken up. That way, again, they only touch the roads that are next to them. So 8s, highways, and 6s, 6s, 8s, and 4s, 4s, 6s, and 2s, 2s, 4s, and maybe alleys. So, like I said, if we take an alley, I don't want to connect an alley to the 4 lane. I only want to connect it to here, right? Like that. Maybe we'll come here, like that. See what I mean? This is probably the most important thing. If you don't have good road hierarchy in your city, your traffic is just, it's a lost cause. There's no point in even trying. You need to make sure you do this. It is so important. But with that said, that is everything that I had to say. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.